Welcome back to Iron Digital. It's your boy D Wills here at your service. Before we begin, please support the channel by subscribing and liking the video. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be going over the Bitcoin stock to flow model and why this is an accurate model for projecting where Bitcoin is likely to go in the future, which I think will be 7 or 8 figures or potentially higher than that. So for those of you who don't know, the stock to flow is basically a measure of a commodity or asset's current supply and circulation divided by the annual issuance rate, which is like the inflation. So yeah, I guess I'll put a few facts out there about Bitcoin just so that you can have a little bit of a background first. So at least according to Coinbase, there's about 18.7 million Bitcoin in circulation. Now, there will only ever be about 21 Bitcoin minted, extending all the way out to about the year 2140. So there's only about 2.2 million Bitcoin that's left today that will be minted over the course of 119 years. So, now earlier, a good amount of Bitcoin was actually lost due to like a lot of people losing passwords and hacks and everything like that. You seen with the Mt. Gox thing, and like I said, a lot of passwords and stuff has been forgotten. So back in the earlier days, you didn't really have ledgers and secure ways of really securing your Bitcoin. So it just kind of got lost. A lot of that stuff stayed on hard drives and stuff, which it would suck to be those people right now. But anyway, the supply is actually lower. It's really like somewhere around 15 million instead of like 18.7, and it could possibly be lower than that. All right. Now, as far as the inflation is concerned, there's about 900 Bitcoin is being minted every single day. So 900 Bitcoin is being minted every day. The way it's structured, built into the code, is the Bitcoin halvings that you hear about every 4 years or every 210,000 blocks. That inflation of 900 that's today will be cut down in half. So it was 900 today, but 4 years ago, or I guess it'd be less than that, the last halving, it was really at 1,800 Bitcoin that was coming onto the market every single day. Now it's 900. Now in the year 2025 is going to be 450. 4 years from there, the year 2029, it's going to be 225, right? So this really gives the case for the Bitcoin scarcity and why it's excellent for store of value. Okay, now let me think. So let's get into the stock to flow. Now, knowing those basic facts, which is not a lot, but just having that kind of understanding, this can give you this is the reasons why you can come up with like a store of value model, like stock to flow, to project where Bitcoin is going to go in fiat terms because of the fixed issuance rate. So gold, silver, other commodities like those, they use a stock to flow model as well. But the only thing is, it's a little bit harder to use it for them because the issuance rate is not, of course, it's not like set in stone like Bitcoin's is. Like, you know how much Bitcoin will come onto the market every single day, every single month, every single year. You know what that is. However, it's not like that for gold and silver. So, you know, it's a little bit tougher to use it for those markets, but that's what we use for store of value types like gold and silver. So what we have here on this chart was created by Plan B. So Plan B put together the Bitcoin stock to flow model for Bitcoin. As you can see, it's been pretty accurate for the most part. This blue line is the stock to flow, right? You can see the price right there, and then the days into the next halving. And so you're seeing the price of Bitcoin bounce up and down. It's bouncing up and down. Of course, earlier on during the infancy stage, or I guess we still would be considered in the infancy stage, but you know what I mean. Back in the day, there was a lot more Bitcoin coming onto the market because of the high inflation. That's the way it's built into the code. So you was able to do like 50 Bitcoin blocks That's how you could mine it at the time, and a lot more Bitcoin came onto the market. But because of the way it's structured into the code, that's why it kind of tapers off like that. So even though this price goes above the line, it comes back down to it. It's still pretty, for the most part, hanging around this line. So if you see where we're at about $37,339 today. It's actually a little bit lower than that. So the stock to flow is saying that we should be somewhere around 66 or 70,000. It's not going to be perfect. Again, it's going to be up and down. It's not going to travel it perfectly, but it's giving you an idea of where the price is supposed to be. Now, if you see the 10,000 mark, obviously we already hit that. The next mark is 100,000. And as I'm traveling this mouse over, you can see that we're like almost right there. So at the bottom of my screen, it's saying by September 1st, 2021, we should be at 100,000. That may be the case, or it may not be the case. It could be a little bit earlier. It could be a little bit later, but it's giving you the overall time frame of when we're likely to reach it. And then, of course, as time goes on, we should get higher and higher above that. So when you're looking at this, just know that this model was created because of the issuance rate and it being scarce. So this model works out perfectly for justifying why Bitcoin will go to 6 and 7 figures. Once we get above the 100,000 mark, that's when it starts to go up drastically for the most part. Now this is one of the charts. I believe there's another chart available. He has a couple of different ones, but this is the one that I decided to use for this video. We don't really have a whole lot longer. Like I said, I've already said in the past video that I think that fourth quarter is when Bitcoin is really going to start going up in value, and the cryptocurrency market in general will go up in value, just because that's just when markets move the most aggressive. So I would say fourth quarter is when the market's going to start buzzing. And again, even as I'm looking at the chart, September 1st is saying that that's when we should get to at least $100,000 Bitcoin. So again, like I said, this is why a model like this can be pretty accurate for Bitcoin and make the case perfectly for why Bitcoin will eventually hit 7 or 8 figures in the future. I hope this video was helpful to you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take it easy. Peace.